Most of us have fond memories of running and playing for hours on the playground while our mothers either played with us or watched and smiled nearby. But for many kids, playing on the playground or anywhere else with their mothers is not an option because their mothers are in prison. In California, there are 200,000 children with at least one parent in prison, and 60% of those prisoners are held more than 100 miles away from their children. Hi, I'm Carol Potter. And as a former TV mom from Beverly Hills 90210, a real-life mom, and a family therapist, I'm here to tell you about a wonderful program called Get on the Bus that makes it possible for children to visit their moms in prison. Without Get on the Bus, these children might go years without seeing or touching or hugging their mothers. Society sentences the mother, but the children also pay a price. But thanks to the Get on the Bus program, families can stay connected and they don't have to lose touch through distance and time. Come with me now as we get on the bus for Mother's Day.
It started in 1999. The women were saying, please help us bring our children, we never see our children. Can't you help us? We were speechless. And then began to ask questions. Why is it that you never see your children? Well, my children are with my mother, and my mother is elderly, or my mother can't get off work, or my mother has not only my children but other children, and it's too expensive for the ride to feed everyone. They have to spend the night. They just can't do it, and I can't stand living without my children. So we went back to the prison, coordinated with them sign-ups, and they chose 9 families at that Valley State Prison. And then the next year, the prison next door asked if we could bring a bus from there. And so it jumped from 1 bus to 3, and then to 8, and then to 10, and then to 31. And then this last year, there were 35 buses going to 5 women's prisons for Mother's Day. On the day of the event, there will be teams of people that will see the bus off, which means there's someone there to check in the families, to distribute the bags or gift bags, who will provide breakfast for them. And they get on the bus. And as the children say themselves, I can't believe we're going. I can't believe this is really happening. I can't believe that I'm actually going to be able to touch my mother. And there's something about a mother-child bond that is at the core of who we are as human beings. Many of our children thought they were the only one that had a mother in prison. But when they got on the bus, you could see them bonding with each other. All the little boys would go to the back of the bus and start playing games together. There are other kids. I'm not the only one. So many of them carry a very deep secret. When people ask them where their parents are, they make up stories. Then while they're on the bus, especially those doing on the longer trips, as you could tell, they are welcome, but mostly they sleep, so sometimes they need blankets and pillows and snacks on the bus because the bus ride is long, and also toys. We call them travel bags for the children, so they have something to do while they're on the bus. Well, last year 4 children actually met their parents on Get on the Bus. They had never met their parent. When we get to the prison, then you're asking them to get all their documentation because they have to go through a visitor processing. And you have to prepare the children and the adults, because many of the adults on the bus, volunteers or family members, have never been to a prison. So they need to know what to expect, because you're going into a place that you hear about on television but you don't know, so you get anxious. So you're trying to lower anxiety. So we have someone welcome the bus, welcome everyone on the bus, bring them into the processing, then they go through processing. That the prison checks off that all the people that they have the paperwork for are actually there. And then we go into the prison. Well, I find that children are worried about their parents because they do see prisons on television. So if my mother's in prison and these are the images they see on television, they worry, is my mother all right? Where does my mother sleep? Where does my mother eat? I found that it relieved the tension of the worry that the children have for the safety of their mothers. It's almost as if the children are parenting the mother with the level of concern they have for their parent. So I see it differently. I don't see it as being the absolute best place for any child to have to visit a parent. However, they have a tendency to focus on going to see their mother. They have a straight shot at that. They're not on a tour to see the prison. So, you know, it's in a family-friendly environment, and we are creating an environment for them with a picnic kind of lunch, free pictures, face painting, to change the culture of a prison visiting day for the children. It's all about the children.
You know what it's done for me is it's given me something to look forward to, and it also lets me know, it gives me an incentive to do the right thing to get out of here so I can reunite with my family. It lets me know how much they need me and I need them. I have job skills now. You know, I can go out there, and things that matter to me now is being with them, being able to be there and to help my daughter, you know, raise her kids, and you know, to bond with my family and stuff, and be there, just be there for them. You know, that's the things that matter to me today. This is the best Mother's Day I've had in a long, long time. It is.
Bus J, as in John, is leaving at this time. If you arrived on bus J, you need to say your goodbyes and leave. Thank you.
It's an ongoing struggle to cross cultures and to communicate when you have different cultures. Our culture are volunteers who live out in the free world, and the prison culture, it's all about security. So we're trying to talk about a program for the children coming into their world, into their country, and it's a foreign country. And so I have needs and they have needs, and we try to communicate how we best can collaborate together. That's always been an ongoing struggle, because we're trying to make it normal in an abnormal environment. To get back on the bus, most people sleep because it's exhausting. It is emotionally exhausting. And remember that everybody's been up very early in the morning. So they usually sleep. We stop on the way home for dinner if it's more than a couple hours. I believe that we're all far more than our worst act. And I really believe in redemption. So I want to assist in any way that I can in helping helping people to reconcile with themselves, others, and the community at large. And I know we have a lot of attitudes about men and women in prison. We may not have even thought about their children, but no matter what, whether a child will ever live with this parent or not, this is their parent. This is their mother and this is their father. And they have to, just like everyone else, reconcile that relationship some way. Get on the Bus unites children with their parents in prison. That's the best thing.
I rode with Get on the Bus for Mother's Day last year, and it was an amazing day that I'll never forget. Now, this program not only helps people feel better, but it also helps rebuild family relationships and keeps the mothers from returning to prison. And it's easy for you to make an important impact on these kids' lives with Get on the Bus. You can be part of fundraising. There are many volunteer opportunities, or you can provide much-needed support services. Please call 818-741-5815 or visit us at www.getonthebus.us. The precious bond between mother and child is something that should remain intact, no matter what it takes.